Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to the Monday Motivation Sprints, our first sprint of March, which is crazy.
My birthday
Hopefully,
month.
yes, yay! And your travel month.
Yes, it's my everything month.
Yes, super exciting.
I'm very excited. I have suitcases out that are ready to start being packed.
So you've started.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I had to clean my makeup brushes, and I meant to do that yesterday and I hadn't. So I was like, gotta do that today so that they have all day tomorrow and all day Wednesday to dry.
Nice.
Those sponges take freaking forever to dry.
Oh, I can't imagine.
But I have a ton of proofreading still to do. Luckily, I was able to get the deadline moved from today to tomorrow, but I still have a lot to do. So I can't really pack tonight. I just for my own sanity started, but I need to be working basically this whole stream.
Yeah. Well, we will be productive. For those of you who don't know, we will be doing 3 30-minute sprints, chatting in between. We'll try not to chat for too long, but we usually talk about things writerly and not writerly related. So it's a fun community here. I see Carla's going to the woods. I love your name. And I'm sorry that you were here an hour early, but hopefully you were still able to get some things done until we went live. Janine is here. Hello. Lynn, hello. Also, like your pen name, Alessa Winters. Everyone has such pretty names.
Nice.
Yes, for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Holly Davis. I'm the author of A Diamond Bright and Broken, which is a YA fantasy. I pitch it as a tangled retelling with a female Flynn writer. There's disability rep with a wheelchair / crutch user, LGBTQ rep with a sapphic romance, biracial female main characters. So if that sounds good to you, you will enjoy my book. And I'm working on the sequel. I do have to finish some beta reading that I'm doing, so I'll probably be working on that at least for the first sprint. But yeah.
I don't know if you guys can see, but the cover reflects light really well. Even though it's actually not
yeah, this looks blue. Like when it's like far away, this looks like a light blue.
Yeah, the farther away it is.
Yeah.
I swear it's like a bluish purple.
And I believe there are still some special edition
Rainbow Crate
edition of A Diamond Bright and Broken, which has those two characters on the cover, which I'm just in love with.
The art was so gorgeous.
Yes. The back, I have a little author note. So super fun. Yeah, so that's me. You want to introduce yourself, Zara?
Sure. My name is Zara Hoffman. I'm the founder of Inimitable Books, which published Holly's debut novel and will be publishing the sequel and has published other titles. That is what I'm working on today. Yeah, I love books, and it's now my job.
Yay! I love that you love books. Oh, Lynn has it on hold at the library.
Yay! Yay! Oh, yes. If
that's
you
awesome.
have bought the book or can't afford to get the book, please consider getting it in libraries, especially with, bans happening. We want to get into as many libraries as possible.
Yes. What area or state are you in? Because I'd be curious. And then is it a physical copy or is it like the Libby app? Because I do know that Diamond, someone had shared with me that they had, it was on the Libby app, which was really cool. I was like, oh my gosh, it's on the Libby app? This is amazing.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't tell me specifically when.
Alaska. Oh my gosh. Diamond's in Alaska. That's amazing.
Okay, when you get it from the library, if you want to take a picture and post it on Instagram and tag Inimitable Books LLC, and then definitely Holly, WriteHollyDavis.
Yes.
We would love that. We would really appreciate that.
Yeah, I think that's so cool. Oh, thank you. That's so fun.
I mean, we worked hard on this book. I'm glad to hear it's, somewhere far away.
Yeah. Janine said, as an update from last week, I think it was more that the good responses, because we were talking about beta readers and developmental editors, things like that. More that the good responses convinced me that I should move on to a developmental editor and maybe skip another round of beta readers. I think that's totally fair and totally fine to do. I'm glad. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
Yeah.
Yay. So I'm looking over here because usually I'm prepared, but my camera wasn't working, so I had to have my techie husband get me to show on the camera, so you didn't just have to hear my face. But then I didn't prepare. I was like, I probably should have hopped on more than 5 minutes before.
I mean, you still got it working, so we weren't too late.
Yes, that was good. Yes, and then this is Sir Zuko. Prince Zuko, I say. And then we also have our... Did I say hi to you, Rebecca? Sorry if I missed.
I don't remember hearing you.
Okay, sorry. I saw you. I'm not ignoring you. Hi.
Hi, Rebecca.
And then hi, Haley. So we always have our kitty race timer. You can vote for which cat you think is going to win each race. You can guess a color or number, and it's okay if you guess one that someone else votes for. But we can vote for that while we go through the rest of the comments. And because Zuko's here, I'm going with number 6.
Yeah, I'll go with Zuko as well. Just really quickly before you get to Janine's next comment.
Yes.
Haley, when you say government notes, do you mean a class about government, or are you suddenly working for the government, since the last time you were in the comments of Holly's stream? Because you're saying you're watching Designated Survivor in class, so I'm thinking it's still a government class. But I'm just curious. Also, my mom is obsessed with Designated Survivor. She binged that so hard.
Oh, nice.
I never watched it. It's not that I wasn't interested. I just didn't have time, and I still don't have time.
Yeah.
Okay, government class. Okay. Now you can go back to Janine's comment. I was just
top secret spy. Okay, we're on a spy here. No, I'm just kidding. No, that's fine. It was good to have that clarification, and it's fun when you have to watch something for class and then write about it. That's always fun.
I watched Get Out for my dystopian class.
Oh, okay, that's good. Ooh.
Yeah. But I was scared to watch it alone, so at the time I made my long distance boyfriend video chat me on my phone while watching.
Yeah, it's creepy. And there's another kind of creepy dystopian. No, there's a new one that's coming out. Some other new creepy one that that's Get Out or Us. I saw a preview for it on Hulu, and I'm like,
I
was like, yes, please. This is all I'm all here for.
Those freaked me out. I watched Us, but I had to that one was a struggle for me. I felt like there were more jump scares in that than there were in Get Out, and so I was just I don't think I'm doing well with it.
I like being scared. That's when I grew up, my dad liked scary movies, and so I just remember watching Thriller and Tales from the Crypt, or the Thriller music video.
That I watched
specifically, and Tales from the Crypt, and I just loved being scared, and I would sit right up to the TV with my hands like this in my eyes, so I could close them if I need to. So.
What scares me is so random, because the Thriller music video didn't scare me. Psycho the movie didn't scare me, and I do wonder if it's things that I've heard like for so long, like, oh, it's so scary, that I'm expecting it to be like the worst thing ever, like in how scared I get, that then the reality isn't as scary as I've built it up in my mind.
Mm,
But there are just certain things where it's like, I don't like being scared enough to test it with a lot of things. You know what I mean?
yeah, no, that's
Horror
fair.
is not my.
That was it. The Woman in the Yard. I had to look it up. Coming out March 28th. Yeah, that one looks good.
The trailers for what was it? Octavia Spencer. I think it was called Mama. That
Oh,
freaked me out.
that one was good. Yeah, I
That
like
I
that one.
couldn't even get myself to see the movie. I was just like, nope, the trailers scare me too much. I'm a scaredy cat. I accept this about myself. Moving on.
Yeah, so now that we're all creeping each other out, okay, Janine, I don't want you to think I forgot your comment. Do you think it's harder to find unpaid beta readers than it was, say, 5 years ago?
You go first.
For me personally, I don't know, because the people that I found, I've kept as my like beta reader slash critique partners. So I haven't had to look. So I'm not sure if it's changed.
Okay. I think that within the writing community, it hasn't necessarily gotten harder. But if you're going for beta readers who are more from the reader side of things, and maybe haven't written a ton of stuff themselves, I think it's harder to get them, because Bookstagram, Book Talk, whatever, has become so popular that a lot of them are like, oh, I just want arcs.
Mm-hmm.
So they're putting all their effort into
That's
that, which is a
true.
different phase of it. So,
That's a good point.
and also with the breakdown of NaNoWriMo, which it's, some writing, it's harder to find beta readers online in some cases, but at the same time, AuthorTube and being in people's streams and commenting and stuff, that tends to get interest as well if people really like your story idea. So it's not impossible. I think in some ways it is harder, though, because people are funneling attention and effort into trying to make it a career. And, not everyone agrees that you can charge to be a beta reader. So they all think like, oh, I can't make a career out of this, but if I get a bunch of followers and start getting arcs from publishers, and maybe I'll get paid. And it's like, you're not getting paid by the publisher, and you would need a lot of followers to get paid on a platform, but they're like, oh, I want to try that. So
Yeah, that's totally fair. That is its own horror movie, scary movie. Trying to find the best beta readers. Okay, on that note, we are going to get started with this first sprint in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. All right, that was the end of the first sprint. And number 5, Snowball won. Let's see if we had any winners. Lynn, yay! I think you were the only one. Yeah. Whoa, someone actually won and not by default of like, okay, who's second place?
Love that.
Yay. I'm watching the cats like they were the Kentucky Derby. Yeah, sometimes I like watch them for a bit, or especially at the end. Like I'm like, okay, there's 20 seconds left, so I'll I'll watch them. Yeah, how did everyone do with that first sprint? Were you able to get some
I
editing?
had to do some admin thing, which I did, and then I got a chapter and I was gonna say a half, that's not true. A chapter and a quarter done.
I think that's about me. I think I beta read like a chapter and a quarter. But I did pass the halfway point in because what is it? If it's like 112, how many words is this? Let me see. 36,000 words. Is that a novella?
Yeah.
Yeah, like novella length. Yeah. So, yeah, making good progress. I had told my critique partner I was going to try to get it to her by the end of February. So I'm a little bit past, but she doesn't have like a hard deadline or anything. So she always understands.
That's good.
And Raph popped in and said Andor season 2 looks fantastic. I don't even know. I've never heard of Andor, but I've heard of the last.
Star Wars TV show on Disney Plus.
Oh, cool. Okay, well, I'll have to check that out then. And I didn't see the first of The Last of Us, even though I played the game and loved it. I think I'm just like scared of like consuming other things in the world and having my my love of it be like tainted by things so I'm like but I did hear that the first season was good, so
I have not heard a single bad thing about The Last of Us, aside from some people who like aren't used to that genre. It took them a little bit of time to like get into the show, but not that. But like once they get into it, I haven't seen.
Yeah, I should check it out. Add it to my list. Sneaky little kitten. Rebecca made buttered noodles. Sounds good. Sat down to write. I think I read one sentence before the bell dinged. Well, now you've got a nice full belly and or you're still eating and can get words in the next sprint. Are you still editing? Because I know you were I think you were focusing on editing versus you were either outlining or drafting a new story. I forget. I think it was outlining, but
I thought it was outlining as well.
But then we said, do the editing.
To just like get it done.
Yeah. How's that going? Carla said, finally, the back and forth check for typos and such is done. Now to prep to upload to KU. Whoa, congrats. That's awesome. Is this your first novel? Have you written a lot of stories and published them? That's exciting. And also, what's the genre? What's the title? Give us all the deets. And Haley got a couple points down and finished an episode. Yay! Cool.
I don't remember my mom telling me how many episodes there were.
Is there only one season of Designated Survivor, or are there?
No. There are multiple.
Oh, there's lots of them. Is that the one with what's his name in it?
Kiefer Sutherland.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There we go.
Mm-hmm. I know way too much about the show, having never seen it, because my mom will tell me stuff. She'll be like, "Are you gonna watch it?" And I'm like, "I mean, not for years." And she'll be like, "But you'll still remember." And I'm like, "I mean, probably, but like, if you want to talk about it, I'm happy to listen. It's not necessarily going to stop me from watching it.
Got it.
Like, if there's something I really, really want to watch, I'll watch it even if it's been spoiled for me. What I don't like is when people are careless about spoiling things, you know? I'm like, come on.
That's frustrating. Yeah, Chris and I are behind, because we haven't really been hanging out since, we've been sick, and not wanting to get the other person sick when they're better. We're behind on Dragon Ball Daima, but he's like, yeah, I think we're behind like 6 episodes, and I've seen a couple spoilers, and I really wish that I didn't, because that would have been nice to like actually watch on the show. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. But we finally he was on the couch and I was like staying here and just like farther away, and so we caught up on a couple YouTube videos that we like watched together. But yeah, like we literally, like, we weren't even like, yeah, let's watch this together. It was just like, nope, we're not hanging out. So it feels good to actually be like doing some things together.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm. I'm editing, yay, in the icky lead up to the midpoint. Oh yeah, so fun. Trying to set everything up clearly before all the big scenes. Yes. And that's where I'm at. Like, I keep getting so close every time I write in the sequel to Diamond. I'm almost to the midpoint. Now I'm really almost to the midpoint. And then I'm like, now I'm even closer to the midpoint. Oh my goodness.
It happened.
Which I have to, speaking of, I think I was going to text you, Zara, and I forgot because I was like, I need to like block this out of my memory, but no, maybe I won't, because I don't want people to watch replay. Never mind, sorry. There's just something where I dropped like a secret, and anyways, so
yeah.
Never mind. I'll just private chat you. I'm sorry, stream. I was like gonna say something, and I'm like, wait, you guys like.
You're like, wait, hold on.
Anyways, hold on. I'm gonna spicy paranormal romance under the name TC Cardella. Ooh, this is the first bear shifter and is bound by instinct. Oh my gosh, a bear shifter. That is so cool. Yes, I love this. Not the typical like I will always love wolves, vampires, all of that. But it's cool that there's something different. So sorry, I'm just typing this really quick.
Sorry. While you've been chatting, I finished another chapter because I just
nice.
So many to proofread. I'm just trying to get through as many as possible. But Pro Writing Aid isn't like showing all the stuff in the Word document in the extension. So I've been having to copy and the like text into it, because when I tried to just upload the Word doc, it's like, oh, this is really long. We can't check it. I was like, I know. Which is why I'm using the website anyway.
Oh no, the last episode of Korra. That's so sad. Oh, I'm sorry, Janine. That's a bummer. Okay, 3 seasons.
3 seasons, yeah.
Okay, cool. Rebecca, you can do it. I believe in you. That's always what happens. When I'm editing, I'm like, oh, I wish I was just like drafting. And then when I'm drafting, I'm like, oh, I wish I was editing. So it's like, I need to like be content with whatever phase I'm in, because I'm always going to think that the other phase is easier or like better.
Grass is always greener.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
I think the pacing on projects though, I mean, for me, everything's spread out just because I don't prioritize my writing on purpose. So like it can take me forever to do something. But for people who like really prioritize their writing, either it's the only thing they do, or even if they have a day job and they're prioritizing it within their free time, I feel like you're always excited at the start, so it feels like it goes quickly. And then depending on whether or not you have anxiety about the midpoint, you might slow down there. And then at the end, you're like excited to get to the end, so things might go faster.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. That's what I'm hoping, just build that momentum. KK is here. Hello. Sneaking in. You can't sneak in. We see you. I'm so glad that you're here, even just to say hi. Oh, this is about the Bound by Instinct. It's in a small town. It's a town in the White Mountains. And the first one is the mayor, Logan, finding his mate. I love that. And then does he like kill things? And then it's like, wait, no, I'm the mayor and I'm also the bear that everyone's trying to kill.
Logan is such like a rugged character name. So it's either like shifter of some kind or lumberjack or both.
Yes, a lumberjack. That's great. Sorry. Like it debuted online a day before it came on TV, and the internet couldn't keep their mouth shut. Oh, for Cora.
That's weird that it went online a day before, because when I used to watch any CW show, it was you watch it live on TV, and then the next day it went online, as it should be, if it's going to be that system at all.
I feel like, okay, people should know that there's like a code of conduct with spoilers. Like, give it some time.
You're giving people way too much credit, Holly. And also like on the internet, way more credit than they deserve.
Things from Star Wars or, like Harry Potter, like things that it's just like, this is like not some secret lore. It's like a known fact, like everything. Oh, I think Chris's door is open. So sorry if you hear him faintly in the background.
I mean, I heard him, but like I'm used to hearing people talking in another room. Like if I'm at my mom's place, she thinks I can't hear her at all, and I'm like, I can. I'm like not actively listening, but
yeah. Well, I probably like should have gotten a different mic, but like I had my mic that was magnetic and attached to here and went around, and so that was more isolated to just me. But then I got this one that kind of picks up everything, like water and scratching and Zuko and stuff. So
can you change like the settings on the mic to not? Like, is there a software that goes with the mic to change? Because I know with all my Logitech stuff, even if it's Bluetooth, I installed a software and then you can like tweak preferences on it.
Oh, I'll look into it. Yeah. Let me see mic settings.
Just maybe. For all I know, there aren't any for yours, and I apologize if I do.
No, it's fine. And like I could have gotten like, more of like the headset type again, but I didn't want like the cats like chewing on it, and but that lasted a long time before the wire got like so old and stuff, and like broken through, or maybe it was chewed through. I don't know.
I mean, let's be real, it's probably chewed through.
Yes. While we're going through the rest of the comments, we will start voting for our second sprint. Vote for the cat you think is going to win. You can choose a different color or number than you had before, because now there are 10 cats. And the last one is going to have a crazy amount of cats. So you want to stick around for that.
You're supposed to get the Woobles thing in 2 hours.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to check. Yay.
Well, exactly 1 hour or 2 hours. I can't tell if it's showing me in your local time or my local time.
Oh, so exciting. Okay. I'll have to check so it's not there like overnight. Especially because it's supposed to rain tomorrow. So
Perfect reason to stay inside and crochet.
Yes, I'm excited.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to check and see where it was.
Yeah, no, thank you. I'm excited about that.
I'm going to go with number 6, the purple one, because I was talking to someone about how I'm dyeing my hair next week.
You're dyeing it? Ooh,
yeah.
Purple?
I'm going to, I've wanted to do it for a while, but also it's going to be the perfect time because when I'm at the London Book Fair, if they're like, oh, the person from Inimitable Books, is that like the Asian girl with purple hair? I'll be like, yeah.
Ooh, that helps, yeah, to be like the purple. Yeah, I liked your hair when it was purple. That's cool.
I miss it.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough, it's cheaper in London than in New York.
Of course. Yeah.
And it's like London is not cheap, but
I still believe it. I believe it completely.
I did the conversion. I was like, dang. That's like 100 or so cheaper. 100, 200 cheaper.
Yes. I'm going to go with number 1 because the like reddish one is, yeah, I haven't voted for a red cat. Nice to switch with you, Holly.
It looks like rust colored.
Yeah, he's Rust. Yeah, Rusty.
Rusty
McGee. Oh wait,
Rusty
I have to make
also sounds like a rustic character name, but more like the comedic relief, you know?
Yes. Make sure that we give ourselves.
Oh, my dinner arrived. Great timing.
Oh, perfect timing. All right, we're gonna start this. Oops, sorry, that's us. We're gonna start the second sprint in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. All right, that was the end of the second sprint. And purple won! Number 6, woohoo! Let's see.
Woo!
Yes, I think you're the only winner. Woohoo! Actual wins. This is a great stream. Aw, so cute. Lindsay had to go at the end of that. So bye, Lindsay. Yeah, I think I read 2 more chapters. Beta read 2 more chapters, so I really think I can finish. Because I only have, like 2 about 2.5, 2 2 2/3 chapters left. So I'm gonna try to finish it, and that'll be good for my critique partner to get. Yay!
I ate dinner.
Nice.
Or some of dinner. I gotta pace myself. I'm gonna definitely have a lot of leftovers tomorrow.
Nice. Did you get like a big?
Yeah, I just get it's not like big, but it's filling. So
Okay.
I get chicken tikka masala. I know you're vegan. I do apologize.
No, you're fine.
Lasuni gobi, which is like fried cauliflower in a sweet red sauce, which I'm obsessed with, but that's the most filling. And then a mango lassi, which is, mango and yogurt, and it's so good. But what ends up happening is I have the lasuni gobi, I have this, and then I maybe have some of the tikka masala, or I just eat that all the next day as breakfast / lunch. So it works out.
Nice. That's always the best thing. You wake up the next day and you're like, oh, I have leftovers. This is wonderful.
Yeah.
Nice.
If I order in, I always order in enough for that to be the case. Mm-hmm. Because to me, it's basically 3 meals. Like if I'm going to order in, it might be what a normal person would order for just 1 meal. But the way my stomach works, it's like at minimum 2 meals, maybe 3. So.
Maybe 3. That's nice that you can, yeah. Then you stretch the dollar a little bit more because you're getting more meals out of it. So
exactly. Yeah. If I was ordering that food and it was all going to be gone in one go, I'd be like, oh, no.
It's not worth it.
Like if I cook a meal myself and it's, and I haven't eaten all day, which I no longer do. But if I used to cook and I would like have not eaten all day and I'd make a giant pot of bolognese sauce and pasta, I'd basically eat that all for like a giant dinner. And now it's like, no, that would last me like 3 days as well. So
it's good to spread it out. At least my stomach would needs to eat. Like I'd get really bad hunger pains if it takes too long. So
yeah.
And I used to need to eat right away when I woke up. Now my body lets me wait a little bit, but then it'll tell me, it's like, we're ready now.
If I try to eat immediately after waking up, I actually get sick. So hold on, I forgot that I unplugged my laptop charger and I'm like, the laptop's plugged in. Why is it not charging?
It's okay.
There we go. Have my computer die while I'm working.
Oh yeah, that would be good.
So anyway, I was eating and I was also pasting chapters into Pro Writing Aid so that I can then go through and just not rapid fire. Like I am paying attention, but not have to wait for it to load each time, because also there's the tendency of when I've done it, the Pro Writing Aid will be like, oh, it's saving. And then I've learned that if I refresh the page, it'll be like, oh, this might not be saved. Are you sure you want to proceed? And I'll say yes, still having it somewhere else that I can paste from.
Mm-hmm.
And then it works, but sometimes it doesn't, and I have to do it 3 times to get it to work. So it's
that's
just
annoying.
I'm trying to lay the groundwork of doing it, but if I had only done the pasting yesterday, I wouldn't have gotten enough chapters worked out. So it's like
if they say they saved it, it should be saved. Goodness. Well, Rebecca revised a chapter and a half-ish. Yay!
Woo!
Carla uploaded everything and then had to go. Good night.
I'm invalid.
Haley got almost half of the section done now. Yay!
Love that.
Everyone's being really productive. And hi, Ava. Yay. I'm going to get the next kitty race timer set up. This day went by fast, but then I also was just really tired. And I slept probably 11 hours last night. It was yeah, I just like passed out. It was like 7:30. I'm like, is it time for bed yet? I was like, no, it's not. But my
Definitely
body
not.
needed some like recovery.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling a little sluggish. So sorry if I'm not as chipper and peppy.
Wow, Holly, you're not allowed to ever be below 110%.
Yeah.
That's not okay. It means you don't like us anymore.
That's why I really like my writer friend, Alicia. She's always like, because like I'll do like my video chat and I'm like, oh, sorry, like I look horrible. I just woke up or whatever. And she's like, hi, well, I'm not apologizing for the way I look because you should be able to come here looking however you want. And I was like, thank you. Like she's so like snappy about that. Like we all need to love ourselves in our goddess roles. That's what she calls like if you're, like over you got goddess roles and stuff. So she's just always very like motivating and like got that self-love and stuff. So I love that. And I'll restart our journey. Yeah, she's great. And so Alicia will like say such like poignant things. She's also like a poet, so she has a way with words where we call them Alicia-isms, and we're like, that's an Alicia-ism.
She's a poet and she knows it.
Yeah. So she's very motivating. And if you know the Enneagram, she's an 8. I don't remember. I don't know if is she an 8-wing 1? I can't remember. Or 8-wing 9?
I don't even remember what I am. Like there are certain songs that Sleeping at Last made for each number of the Enneagram.
Oh.
And I, for some stupid reason, downloaded 3. And so I'm like, which one am I?
I'm a 2-wing 1, and I forget what wing she is, but she's an 8 at least. I'll have to ask her tomorrow. What wing are you? We were talking about you in my stream. Give me a link. Yes, I love the Enneagram because I feel like it's super accurate. And it's a good way to like come up with like character, to like flesh out your characters too. So I'm trying to see, is this Truity? Is that free? It should be free.
It should be free.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's sure this Truity. Here, I'm gonna send this. Put this in the chat. I love it. Cause like, yeah, like I'm a 2-wing 1, and then it says everything perfectly. And then it says when you're not like doing like not at your best, you're more like a this. And I'm like, yeah. And then it's like when like these are your strengths. It's just like lines up so perfectly. I'm going with I thought you were talking about Enneagrams because I saw numbers. Oh, Regina, going with orange gives you 3, maybe 4. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I say you got 3 because the one like that's number 20, like 7 or something. The one before it's probably more brown. So I say you got 3 chances. Yeah. So there are 30 cats here, 1 through 30, or you can say a color.
I'm not looking. I'm gonna say blue.
Ooh, I'm gonna say Sunny. So the golden. So I got 2 yellow ones. Sunny with a chance.
Ugh, that is such a throwback.
Which I actually didn't watch that.
I had fun watching it, but it was also like very complicated for me because a main character looked like someone who was like the main source of my PTSD.
Oh no.
And I was still around them at that time. So it was like, it was weird because I wanted to enjoy it. And at the same time, it was like, wow, I'm looking at like Hollywood's version of this person.
Oh. Yeah, that's a little.
So I like at some point had to stop watching. I couldn't continue.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of jarring. But that's a thing. That's with me with some names. I'm like, I don't know how I feel about anyone that's named this.
Yeah, no, yeah. I'm that way about the person's name as well.
Yeah.
I'm better, and I can now see that actor in other things, but it was just very much like, the annoying thing is that there are multiple actors who are in things that I like, who like sometimes their character makes them look like that, or they naturally look like this. And so if they're in a show or a movie where they like more or less have their natural hair, I'm like, couldn't they have slapped a wig on you?
It's like the blue, the reds, like they're accepted now these days. So
Look, I don't even care. Just be a brunette.
Yeah, just something
Have
different.
gray hair, be a brunette. I'm not going to say the other allowable natural colors, because then that narrows it down too much, and I don't.
Yes, that's okay.
All
right.
I think. Okay, I believe I was a 6.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then what are the options for 6?
So your wing would either be a 4, a 5 or a 7. And you can even look and see like which one sounds more like you, because there were times where I'm like, are you sure I'm not a 1 wing 2? Because I was like, the 1 sounds a lot like me, but then the 2 also does too as well. I know I have like an Enneagram book I got. I think I got it from Five Below, because I was like, ooh, I could use this for me and my characters. It's a writing craft book.
Okay, hold on. Let me just look this up. No, I don't need the overview. Not misidentified. Nope, this website doesn't list the wing thing. Hold on. Yeah, I think I'm 6 wing 5.
Ooh, nice.
Which is like a lot of anxiety. So I'm like, wow, how do I function on a daily basis?
Oh no!
Like the same way when I met a new doctor last month or 2 months ago at this point.
Oh.
I had to give my entire medical history, and you could just tell the assistant was like, what the hell is going on? Like, how is this a functioning human being?
Oh no. Oh, you got this. You got this.
It's like, what other options do I have? It's
yes.
like I'm surviving out of spite at some level.
Yes.
Not even of other people, just in spite of my own body.
Oh, you could do it. You could do it despite your body like working against you. I was hoping you said you would. I was hoping you'd say you're taking the quiz, because I'm curious now, but you are. So yay. All right, we're gonna start this last sprint. Oh my gosh, last sprint in 3, 2,
Almost, you're
1.
just a little bit off.
Happy productivity, everyone. All right, that was the end of the final sprint. Oh, I forgot the little timer or the scroll. But number 21 won. Mr. Grayson. Which no one voted for, which means that Sunny's next. Yay! Yeah, Garfield was close. Yeah. Woohoo. Super fun. I have 10 more pages and the final chapter left, so I'll definitely finish my beta reading. Yay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hold
How
on,
did you guys do?
I'm just trying to finish this chapter.
Oh, no, you're fine. Yay. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. And then I have to make sure I check my door to see if I get my package, my Woobles package. Our neighborhood's like really good where I've like never had anything like stolen, any packages or anything like that, even if it's left overnight. So
that's good, but you know, you still want.
I still want to bring it in, yes. Because I say that now and then. Oh my gosh, that's so funny because the doctor that's in this novella I'm beta reading is Dr. Moreau, but with 2 R's. So that's so funny. I'm literally reading about Dr. Moreau right now.
What's really funny though is I have a doctor named Dr. Moreau spelled that way.
Oh, that's so funny.
Is not like the book.
I don't think I ever watched this. Okay, 1996 horror sci-fi. I don't think I ever watched The Island of Dr. Moreau.
That's fine.
Yeah, because I was like, let me look this up. Dr. Moreau's House of Pain. Ooh.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh, okay, so it was a novel first. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I had read the book.
Oh, got it. Wait, written in 1896.
Yeah, it's
Whoa. That's like I was looking, I was like, does that say 1986? It's like, no, it didn't.
Nope, it's old.
Cool. Wow. Yeah, thanks. It's an odd film. It sounds okay, like The Time Machine and The World of the World. Okay.
I read The Time Machine for a class I was taking all about the concept of time.
Yeah, I think I read that one for school. That one, and what's another popular H.G. Wells one? Let me see.
Other than War of the Worlds?
Yeah. Oh, The Invisible Man. I think I read that one.
Did I ever read that? I actually don't think I read that one. Which is weird, but I had already read. It's a completely different story, but The Invisible Man, or no, Invisible Man, not the, by Ralph Ellison.
Oh.
And I just did not like that story. So it was like hard for me at the time to separate it from the H.G. Wells one.
Got it.
And then I just never went back around to reading the H.G. Wells one.
Okay. No, that makes sense. Yeah, because when I was looking up, I was like, oh, there's this other Invisible Man. Oh.
Yeah, so one has a "the" in front of it, and it's
got it. Okay.
It's wild how a single word means which book you're talking about.
Yeah. Ralph read that one too.
Yeah.
One of the Mark Twain books got me into reading the most. Nice.
I read The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn before I read The Adventures of Tom Sawyer because I'd seen the musical Big River when I was
Oh.
young, which was the musical adaptation of that. And actually, I saw it multiple times. I saw it once on Off Broadway where they were doing the Deaf West, which is a theater company where they have deaf actors performing.
Oh,
It's
wow.
awesome. And what they do is that they'll double the actor. So they'll have a hearing actor and a deaf actor, both in the same costume and doing it, except the main character, who is Huckleberry Finn, was just a deaf actor who was on stage, and then the voice for it was the original Broadway Huckleberry Finn playing Mark Twain / the narrator.
Oh,
And it was
wow.
so cool.
Wow.
But I don't think that was the version. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think that was the version that I saw at the Ford's Theater in DC, where Lincoln had been. My mom was like, "Let's go to the Ford's Theater," and I'm like, "Why?" And she was like, "Well, Big River." I was like, "Okay, yes." I'd already liked Big River at that point. Okay, so during that sprint and then during the break, I got through 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. So I got through 5 chapters.
Ooh, nice.
That means I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 left.
Oh, you're getting there.
I'm feeling really tired, though. I think I'm going to have to go to sleep after this stream and then wake up at 8 to knock it out.
Yeah, I think that's fair because sounds like you've done a lot today. So
yeah.
Haley finally almost done with this section. 3 more to go, and the test is next week. Sounds like you're gonna rock it. I was always someone I wouldn't procrastinate, but till the last minute, but I would go my anxiety would make me freeze up, so I would do some things, but other things I would leave till there's a couple days before, and then I'm freaking out that I was I could have had a week to do this and now I have 2 days. So but at least I'm not. I've seen people where they're literally they're yeah, starting this this paper that's worth 50% of my grade the night before. I'm like, what?
No, I have classmates who would do that, and it just I was like, how does your brain work? Yeah. And then there would also be a bunch of people who would be like, oh, I didn't even study for that test, and I got an A. And I'm like, no. Either you're lying or you're just gifted in that way, and that's cool for you, but I don't really need to hear you bragging, because I know that doesn't work for me, so it's not like I'm going to compete with you.
Right. I don't want to know that too. I'm like, I was someone I had to study, and maybe I would retain, some of what I studied, but I couldn't just fly by the seat of my pants.
For me, everything I was studying involved numbers in some way, and it's really hard for me to remember dates. And then I learned a few years ago I have dyscalculia, which means I swap numbers, so that affects math, science, dates in history, dates in English papers, in English tests where they're write an essay and then say the year the book came out. And I'm like, why does I know it matters. If when Jane Austen wrote, it wasn't historical fiction, it was contemporary fiction.
Yeah.
I get that. However, at the same time, do I need to know the exact years of the Regency period if I can just say that Jane Austen was Regency England?
Yes.
Is that not enough?
Right. I would say it is, but yeah.
Well, I had professors who disagreed, so it was I was like, I wrote a damn good paper on this exam. Please, can we focus on that part?
Yes. Yeah. Focus on the other things that are probably a little more important.
English exam.
Yes. Yeah. Instead of, I don't know, history or whatever.
Like, I get everything's intersectional, and as an ADHD brain, it works. But when the part that you're hinging it on is a number of any sort, I'm like, why?
That's why at least most of what we do does not involve numbers.
Yes.
In our everyday life, which helps. Speaking of numbers, Raf's reading The Psychology of Money. It's fun to remove debt, so I decided to read it. Yes, that is my thing, you know. Actually, you know, looking at the numbers and budgeting so that we can pay off our student loans, because for years, even though I graduated 13 years ago from PT school, I was just ignoring my student loans and just paying the minimum.
Oh my God, hearing that just gave me so much anxiety for you.
Yes. Oh yeah. Oh, it's wonderful. Like how much more the number is now than when I started. And so anyways, but Chris and I are like, hey, we're attacking this head on because we want to buy a house and we don't want to have this debt, because a house is going to be a bigger debt and we don't want to like have these unnecessary expenses and have to worry about loans. But anyway, so I am also very much on the train of removing debt. But I was like, you know, it's probably like a decade. I started this a decade late, but it's better than nothing, so that I don't like die with all of this on me still, you know, like some people do. Like some people can't retire and they still have student loans and they have nothing in retirement, and it's really scary. So fun stuff.
I'm good at making a budget. I'm not great at sticking to a budget. I get really stressed. My ADHD is like impulsive spending. As a kid, I never spent any money, like even my mom's money. And then I like got to college, and if I was like really stressed out, I'd spend a lot of money, and my mom would be like, "Are you okay?" And I'd be like, "No."
Oh, me, like I didn't have good like money. I didn't have good financial literacy. So it took me like late 2019 was when I first started to kind of like look into things more, be like, you know, the way I'm doing things isn't working out. I kind of need to change things up. So thank you for this rec. That sounds great. Ava's back. Had to put some groceries away. Talking about, I took the budget over. My guy isn't great. And Chris, I have to keep him in check too. Like he's like, let's have this much for fun money. And I'm like, that's a lot of money when we're like trying to pay off our student loans.
It's like, if we weren't going after loans, which grow, fine.
Yes. And maybe. And I just learned, because there's one where I'm like, oh, well, that number's going up. And it's like, it's our biggest one. So that's the one, like we're doing the debt snowball where we're going from the smallest loan to the largest loan. So my largest student loan debt, I'm like, this number's going up. And so then I called them and I was like, hey, like, can I put like, because I'm like, I don't know how much is going towards like the interest versus the principal amount. And they're like, oh yeah, it just goes towards the interest. And I'm like, all of it? And I'm like, this is what is wrong, broken with the system. And so I was like,
yeah, if I pay the principal, but they're trying to get.
Yes. And so I'm like, if I pay more than my minimum amount, can that go towards the principal? No, it goes towards the interest first. So then I was like, all right, let me maybe look into actually refinancing. So I don't know. So I need to see, because I think, I mean, probably
that's such a scam on top of another scam.
Yeah. So I'm like, I might just stick with it, because we can, with that being like technically it was supposed to be our fourth student loan provider, but I'm like, because of this whole interest thing, I might bump that to being the third one. And we can, because I'm like budget person looking at all the numbers, we should be able to pay off 2 student loan providers and then pay off all of the interest of this bigger one by March, April of next year, so that the money that we're going towards it will actually go towards the principal. So yeah, so I'm like,
Oh
I've
my God,
got
that
my
would be
like,
so good.
yes, yeah. So that's why I'm like, okay, we've got like our roadmap, and it's gonna suck that like the money I'm putting towards it right now is still going towards this wonderful interest that, but anyways, it's very criminal what they do.
Yeah, Eva said the machine is working as intended. So like because you're saying the
Yes.
system is broken and it's like the system is corrupt, it's not broken.
Yeah.
In that
Yes.
like it was designed to be like that.
Yeah. And because like people are like, you knew what you signed up for. I'm like, no, I actually didn't,
No,
because
like
my mom didn't
no,
teach
people
me
don't
anything
know.
about money, about budgeting, about credit cards, about interest, any of that. So that's why I just ignored it. I was like, nah, it's fine, whatever.
I think in high school everyone should have a finance class about budgeting
Yes.
and loans so that when you
Mm-hmm.
go off to college, you know what you're getting into if you take
Yes.
on loans.
Yeah.
Because the whole point is that they're preying on 17/18-year-olds who don't know any better.
Yeah. I'm like, why are we learning about, I don't know, the quadratic formula? We should be learning how to budget and about interest rates and all of that. I'm excited to catch up, pay off, and save up. I am excited for you too. I hope you get your FMLA soon. Credit scores didn't start until like 1989. Oh, I was like, my poor mother had no education on it herself. That is crazy. Hitting the pitches dead center. Yes. Yeah. That's going to be so rewarding because I'm like, I want to be able to say I'm debt free. Like, I don't want to pay for anything. And I don't want to owe anyone anything except for when I get a house. And then I'm still going to try to pay that off as fast as I can. And at least that will be an appreciating asset. But yeah, I like seeing balance, my credit card is 0.
Eva's comment from 929 is funny. If it's on my shoulders, I'm great
Oh,
at it. If I can say it's anyone else who said yes to the spending, I'm spending. My poor guy can't tell me no. We never stood a chance financially.
oh no. Yeah, it really helps to have that accountability. Like, that's why I'm telling you guys about it, or just like, I'm not afraid about it because it like fires me up now, because I'm like, no, like, I'm my own student debt relief. I'm not expecting anyone to pay these off. I'm not planning to have these around for 20 years and pay it off when I'm 50 or whatever. Like, so yeah. Anyways,
I had a really good credit score, and then it's gone down a bit with me having to like pay for more things as I've become more independent. And it's like, it always gets paid, but because it doesn't get paid off each month, they're like, okay, we're going to lower your score to like average now. And I'm like,
that's
it
so
still
dumb.
gets paid. Like,
yeah, no, it's because that's the whole thing. They're like, well, you're not trying to, earn enough points so that we can have our 24.68% APR,
if
like
anything,
that's.
I'm definitely earning points on those cards. It's like, no, I'm earning points and I'm paying it. So why are you punishing me?
Mm-hmm. Yes, it's because a credit score is just how good you are at managing debt. So it's really kind of,
Yeah,
it's
if you
not
never have any debt, you have a low credit score, which
yeah.
I didn't know that until I was like halfway through undergrad. So then I started being like, okay, I need to have something,
Right.
but like I never wanted too much on it because I heard that was so bad as well. And I'm just like, you hear so many things, and it was like, it's just like, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, and this
I
is
believe
true.
like $50 to $100 on something and then pay it off like right when it like passed the thing to be like, okay.
That's what I do. I'm like, I pay things with my credit card and then I like pay that off. I like use my credit card like a
Yeah.
debit card. And I used to not do that. And it was maxed out, 5 digits of all this stuff. And it was like, yeah, we're not doing that anymore. But now I gotta get a credit card. My guy did the grocery shopping. Oh no. Oh, I'm sorry that he had a stroke. Yeah. And then you realize like, yeah, how much things cost, how much you're spending.
My sense of groceries is very skewed because A, I live in New York City. B, I think I've only been buying my own groceries as we've been climbing up in inflation. I've never been the one with the grocery bill when we were going like down super far. So I can't like remember and look back and be like, oh my God, this used to be so much cheaper. I'd be like, I think this might have been 5 cents cheaper like 5 years ago. Like to me, it's not a big enough difference. But if I did out the numbers, I'm sure I'd be like, oh, that is a big difference. But
it's so funny because there's not many things that I like notice the prices of, except for because I don't buy like the coconut yogurt or almond milk yogurt like very often because it is pricier than like, dairy yogurt. But I remember when it used to be like they would have sales and they would be $1. And so now I like go and I'm like, I don't want to spend $2.50 or $2 like, or it's on sale for $2. I'm like, but I remember when it was $1 and then I just don't buy it because I just like am so fixated on what it used to be. So, yeah. Look at you, Ralph, make us talk about our money and face our financial woes. Bread stores, $1 or less. Oh,
I don't think I've ever been to a store that's just bread.
that sounds so nice.
Like I've been to bakeries where like you could smell the bread and other things, but definitely not just bread, and certainly not $1 or less since I've been buying.
Take me back to the 80s and the early 90s. Yeah. Or the 90s and late 90s, early 2000s.
I mean, my mom told me that she was able to go like to the movies with concessions of blah, 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 blah. And it was like all under $10. And I'm like,
oh my gosh. No, it's insane. Yeah. And then I think about like the one thing I do think about also with like fast food is like Subway, when they had their $5 footlongs. And I was like, now it's like $5 for like the 6-inch or whatever. So it's just like, I mean, I know that was so long ago and, inflation,
but it was so
everything.
ubiquitous. Like that ad was everywhere. The first time I went in and it wasn't that much, I was like, has that much since I first heard this jingle?
The $5 movie theater was the expensive one. And the extra butter on the popcorn. Oh man. I know now when I go out to the movie theater, I'm like, okay, this is like a treat. But actually now I do surveys, and so I can get like free when I get enough points, I can cash it in for a free Amazon gift card or AMC theater ticket. So I'm like, that gives me like justification. It's like, all right, okay, I did it's technically free, but it's always hard for me to like spend money on it like willingly myself, because I'm like, do I really need to go see this in the theater and spend that much?
Well, that's why I'm so much more picky, because even if it's a movie where it's like, yeah, the visual experience probably would be a lot better on screen.
Yeah.
But do I want to see it enough in theaters? And like since the pandemic, the movies I've seen in theaters were I think The Little Mermaid came out after, or like after 20 within it, since we started the pandemic, because technically it never ended. That's fun. So that I think that was the first one I saw after. of just like isolating all the time and never going anywhere public. I saw Wicked, Nosferatu, and I think there's one other one in there, so that it's been like a 4 total in theaters, and everything else has been at home or not even watched. And it'll be like, yeah, I'll watch it eventually, and it's just
yeah, that's so true. Because I saw Wicked, and I'm trying to think the movie I saw before that. I mean, it'd probably been like 6 months or something.
I mean, I almost didn't go to Wicked in the movie theaters because I have a lot of feelings about it, and I'm gonna save that for the end of the month because I'm gonna be on Mia Vixen of Fiction's book to movie.
Oh, that'll be fun.
But I mean, I had thoughts about it before that weren't super related. I love the musical, so anyway, I just had thoughts, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna go. And then my mom was like, of course you're going to go. And I'm like, I really don't want to spend like $25 on a ticket to see this in IMAX. Like, and she's like, well, I'll pay for it. I was like, I don't want you to pay $25 for me to see a movie that I'm not sure I want to see. That feels like a waste.
Yeah.
But then I was telling a friend of mine who is a theater person, like movies and theater, but mostly film actually. And I was talking to him about certain things, and he was like, oh, I'll see it, and I'll let you know what I think. And I was like, God damn it, I'm not going to know any of the things you're referencing if I haven't seen it myself.
No.
We wound up going together using the gift card you had given me.
Hey, there you go.
So it worked out, but I was just like, oh, come on.
Oh, that's tough. Yeah. Yeah, you really have to want to see it. So like Raph gonna go see Mickey 17, enjoy your buttered popcorn. All of these throwbacks you guys are putting in. I don't know if I remember when Wendy's had breadsticks, but like, damn, that sounds good.
I definitely heard about them. I don't think I ever had them.
$3.99 Grand Slam at Denny's. Wendy's quad burger. Candy bars 3 for $1. Oh man.
Okay, in 2020, the only movie that I saw that was nominated for a Golden Globe was The Trial of the Chicago 7, but that was on Netflix.
Oh.
I don't even remember what other movies came out that year. And then if we look at, I'm looking at the Wikipedia page of where it says like year in film. So I'm trying to be like, what have I seen?
Yeah. Oh.
I saw No Way Home at home. So
nice.
Didn't go into the theaters for that.
Oh my gosh, what did I did? Did all I see was Wicked? There had to be another one.
Tick, Tick, Boom was at home because, again, that's on Netflix. Okay, I saw West Side Story. I was like, I knew there was another one. I saw West Side Story in theaters because my mom's friend's son, who's in the New York City Ballet, was in the movie.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
He's one of the, oh my God, Sharks versus Jets, right? That's what.
Yeah. I saw that on a plane, and that was really, really good.
I searched Sharks versus Jets. It's like, do you mean hockey or West Side Story? Anyway, he's one of the Jets, and the way that they changed the plot for the newer version of the movie actually made him like an actively bad character. And I was like, I don't know that I want to see my friend associated with this. Like the first time I met him, he played the Nutcracker in the Nutcracker when he was 12 and I was like 10.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
I don't know.
Oh man. Yeah, a lot of like Eva and Janine haven't been to the theaters in a while. So
the other one I saw that I'm now remembering, The Out of Songbirds and Snakes, because there was no way I was going to watch a Hunger Games film for the first time on my laptop.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, there was something going on where I missed it in the theaters, but I did watch it eventually. And oh my God, I loved that. So good. Can't
I
wait for
forgot
Sunrise
what
on the
year. I
Reaping.
forgot what year Barbie came out. I also saw that in theaters. But that's
Yeah.
it. That I finally reached the end.
Oh,
so,
yeah. When did Barbie? Because I did see Barbie.
So Barbie.
Oh, 2003. Okay.
Yeah. 2023.
And then I saw Thor. What was the last Thor? Oh, that was 2022. Okay, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, no, I didn't see that.
I guess
one.
I didn't see a lot of things last year.
I think last year was maybe the most movies I've seen within a year in a while. So
it was like the least for me.
So
The Brutalist on a Friday night because it's 3.5 hours long. Oh my gosh.
My mom was going to see that with our cousin.
We're just chatting at the end of our sprints. We got on a huge tangent.
But I was like, oh yeah, like the architecture. And we were with someone else who was like, oh yeah, absolutely. And my mom was like, what? And I was like, yeah, brutalist architecture. And we looked at, so like, can you describe it to me? And I'm like, concrete. And she's like, can you be more descriptive? And I was like, not really. And I showed her images and she's like, this looks like a dystopian world. And I'm like, yeah. It's like, yeah. You're not wrong.
Right. Oh my gosh.
So I don't know what she thought of that movie.
Oh, wow.
But it doesn't really sound up her alley. I think she was going more for our cousin's sake.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe a movie would have an intermission. That's like, whoa. I don't think I've ever been to a movie that has an intermission.
That's what Wicked should have done. Just combine it all into one, the same way the musical does.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to keep my mouth shut. I'm going to save it for March 30th.
I'm excited to listen in on that one. All right, you guys. Well, thanks for joining our rambling after our sprinting. Now I want some popcorn. And I'll put on my list what movie I'm going to see next in the theaters.
Have you ever had gourmet flavored popcorn?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, one of my college roommates, this is the last thing, I swear. Her parents subscribed her to some gourmet popcorn thing. So she'd get 3 giant bags every week. Oh, and the two of us, plus like 2 friends who were in the dorm with us. Well, they were her friends and, whatever.
Yeah.
We would like demolish them. And she'd like pick from the 3 first and be like, this is my favorite. This one's mine. And then we shared the other 2.
That's great. Oh my gosh.
They were good. I don't remember the company though at all, so I do apologize.
That sounds great. Never-ending supply of popcorn. On that note, everyone, thank you for joining. I hope you have a good rest of the week, and we will see you next time. Bye, guys.